Hello everyone. Today we will discuss remainder theorem. But before starting with this, let's check how a given polynomial px could be divided by another polynomial gx. So remember that before dividing a given polynomial by another polynomial, we must arrange all the terms of both the polynomials in the decreasing order of the exponents of x. Therefore, this x plus 3x square minus 1 we rewrite as 3x square plus x minus 1, and this we have to divide by x plus 1. And here in this case you may observe that all of its terms are already arranged in the decreasing order of the exponents of x. So we simply note it down as it is, like 3x4 minus 4x cube minus 3x plus 1, and this we have to divide by x minus 4. Here you may observe that the degree of dividend px is more than the degree of divisor gx. Similarly, in this case, the degree of dividend px is more than the degree of divisor gx. So remember that division of a given polynomial px by another polynomial gx is possible only if the degree of px is either more than or equal to the degree of gx. Remember this, that division of px by gx is possible only if the degree of px is found either more than or equal to the degree of divisor gx. Now to eliminate 3x square, this x needs to be multiplied by 3x. So in quotient we take 3x. 3x into x becomes 3x square, and 3x into plus 1 is plus 3x. And remember that all like terms we have to write just below to each other. On subtraction, 3x square get eliminated, and plus x minus 3x becomes minus 2x along with minus 1. Now to eliminate minus 2x, x needs to be multiplied by minus 2. So minus 2 into x is minus 2x, and minus 2 into plus 1 is minus 2. On subtraction, 2x get eliminated, and plus 2 minus 1 is plus 1. At this stage, the degree of remainder is found less than the degree of divisor gx. So remember that as the degree of remainder is found less than the degree of divisor gx, we can't divide further. And finally declare that remainder rx is 1 and quotient qx is 3x minus 2. Let's check the next one. Here to eliminate 3x4, x needs to be multiplied by 3x cube. So in quotient we take 3x cube. 3x cube into x is 3x to the power 4. And 3x cube into minus 4 is minus 12x cube. And we have written all like terms just below to each other. On subtraction, 3x4 get eliminated, and minus 4x cube plus 12x cube becomes 8x cube along with minus 3x plus 1. Now to eliminate 8x cube, this x needs to be multiplied by plus 8x square. So in quotient we take plus 8x square. 8x square into x is 8x cube. 8x square into minus 4 is minus 32x square. And here we have no term of x square, so that minus 32x square we will write separately. On subtraction, 8x cube get eliminated, remaining plus 32x square minus 3x plus 1. To eliminate 32x square, x needs to be multiplied by plus 32x. So in quotient we take plus 32x. 32x into x is 32x square, and plus 32x into 4 is minus 128x. On subtraction, this 32x square get eliminated, remaining 125x plus 1. Now to eliminate plus 125x, this x needs to be multiplied by plus 125. So in quotient we take plus 125 into x is 125x, and plus 125 into 4 is minus 500. On subtraction, this 125x get eliminated, remaining 501. At this stage, you may observe that the degree of remainder is less than the degree of divisor gx. That's why the division stops here, and we will declare that remainder rx is 501 and quotient qx is 3x cube plus 8x square plus 32x plus 125. That's why as a polynomial px whose degree is either more than or equal to the degree of gx is divided by gx, then we find next two polynomials qx and rx such as px equal to gx into qx plus rx, where this rx could be 0 if divided exactly, or degree of rx is less than the degree of gx. Here in these two problems we have calculated remainder using long division method. Can we find this remainder by using any shortcut method? So yes, we could find these remainder using a shortcut method as well. So let's discuss that shortcut method. According to that shortcut method, we have to equate the divisor as equal to 0 at first. So this x plus 1 we have to equate to 0, for which x we have 0 minus 1 minus 1. Now we calculate value of this polynomial px at x equal to minus 1. So that polynomial at minus 1 we have 3 minus 1 square plus minus 1 and minus 1. Minus 1 square is plus 1 into 3 is plus 3, and plus minus minus 1 minus 1. 3 minus 2 becomes plus 1, and this is same as the remainder calculated earlier. Let's apply the same concept in second case. Here we have to equate that gx x minus 4 as equal to 0 at first. for which x we have 0 plus 4, 4. Now we calculate the value of dividend px at x equal to 4. So that polynomial at 4 we have 3, 4 to the power 4 minus 4, 4 to the power 3 minus 3, 4 plus 1, and this equal to 4 to the power 4. 4 to the power 4 becomes 256 minus 4 into 4 cube is 64 minus 3 4s are 12 plus 1, and this equals to 3 6 are 18, 75 plus 1 is 76 minus 4 4s are 16, 24 plus 1 25 minus 12 plus 1, and this equals to 768 plus 1 is 769 minus 268. So that polynomial at 4 we have 501, and this is same as the remainder calculated earlier. Here in these two problems, you may observe that when a polynomial px is divided by a linear polynomial of the form x minus a then remainders are observed as polynomial at a. Like polynomial at minus 1 and polynomial at plus 4. So in general you may justify this statement as when a polynomial px whose degree is either 1 or more than 1 is divided by a linear polynomial x minus a, where a is any real number, then the remainder will be the polynomial at a. That's the required statement of remainder theorem. Thus, according to remainder theorem, when a polynomial px whose degree is either 1 or more than 1 is divided by a linear polynomial x minus a, where a is any real number, then the remainder will be polynomial at a. Now let's discuss the utility of remainder theorem. For this I am taking an example where we have to divide the polynomial px by the polynomial gx and find remainder Rx. So let's try to find this remainder using long division method at first. According to that method, we have to divide this x cube plus 1 by x plus 1. To eliminate x cube, x needs to be multiplied by x square. So in quotient we take x square. X square into x is x cube, and plus x square into 1 is x square. On subtraction, x cube get eliminated, remaining minus x square plus 1. To eliminate minus x square, x we multiply by minus x. So in quotient we will take minus x. Minus x into x is minus x square, and minus x into plus 1 is minus x. On subtraction, this x square get eliminated, remaining x plus 1. To eliminate x, this we have to multiply by 1. So in quotient we take 1, and 1 into x is x, plus 1 into plus 1 is plus 1. And on subtraction, it remains, or it becomes 0, and that's the required value of remainder Rx. Now let's calculate this remainder using remainder theorem, which states that when a polynomial px is divided by a linear polynomial like x minus a, then remainder will be polynomial at a. So according to that, we equate this gx as equal to 0 at first, for which x becomes minus 1. Now to find remainder, we have to find the value of polynomial px at a. It means polynomial at minus 1. So this polynomial at minus 1, we have minus 1 cube plus 1, and minus 1 cube is minus 1 plus 1. Minus 1 plus 1 is 0. And this is same as the remainder calculated earlier. So remember that this remainder theorem you may use in order to find the remainder when a polynomial px is divided by the next linear polynomial x minus a. That's it.